anxiety before marriage. So the anxiety before marriage is a very common fear. Most of the people will be having anxiety before marriage. Normally, even a healthy person will be having anxiety before marriage. Some people who are experiencing anxiety and depression before marriage, for them this anxiety increases furthermore, and in some cases it becomes so difficult for them to manage this marriage situation. Even before marriage starts, even before selecting a bride or groom, this time only they will be feeling so much tremendous amount of pressure they will be feeling. And because of that tremendous amount of pressure, they cannot enjoy that marriage process, and instead of that they will take all wrong decisions. Because of the pressure, they won't be able to think logically. They will react instinctively and take all wrong decisions, and which they would suffer because of that wrong decisions that they have taken. So before marriage, the key is to you should be more calm and more relaxed, and you should be thinking that can I do it, whether I can do it or not. Rather than that, you should be focusing that this is the best thing that is going to happen to me. I will be facing this situation with confidence. That is a belief you need to have. If you are having some tension like that, what you can do is you can go for some exercise and let that stress go away. But in some cases, the anxiety or anxiety and depression will be higher, where it will be very difficult for you to control it. So that is the time you can contact a therapist. Online therapy would be better and best suited this time. So you can, in the comfort of your home, you can come out of anxiety and depression and enjoy that marriage process, or try to do it by yourself and focusing on other things rather than marriage. Just thinking about small things like your dress and all those things, so that you get diverted rather than just thinking, okay, now this big thing is going to happen. Okay, each situation you can do a mental rehearsal. Okay, going to that situation calmly and coolly, and expecting good things happening to you, and because of that you will be feeling even more excited. Or in the biggest mistake people do before marriage is they go to some tantric or some baba. They are going to tell something. Okay, they are going to understand your fear, and they are going to further increase that fear by telling you someone is doing some black magic to you, or something bad is going to happen to you, like that. I had a case like that where they told he went to a dargah where that guy told him, okay, there will be erectile dysfunction and your wife is going to leave you because of that. And this guy was feeling so scared. If this happens, what will happen? People will laugh at me. All those things he was thinking. Earlier, he was not having any erectile dysfunction problem. But because of listening to a person from a higher authority telling him that this is going to happen, immediately he was feeling so depressed. So he was getting so much anxiety. And when he came to me, he just, without appointment, he just came and he said, I immediately want a session. I said, you have to take appointment and come. There is another client. Then he explained me the situation. Sir, I just told them that I will get a facial and come back. With that excuse, he came out and he came to me. So if you don't do it, my marriage is going to be ruined. Please help me. So I said, ask that client who is already have taken appointment is waiting, and he convinced them. So they said, okay, that's fine, and I started therapy for him, and I removed that fear. So before that, what I understood, I wanted to understand what what was the things that that guy told him. So that guy told him that for you there will be erectile dysfunction and your wife is going to leave you, and to make you come out of that one, what I need to do is I need to do a ritual. I'll do a ritual, a puja, and after that thing, you'll be functioning normally. To do that puja, you need to pay me 1 lakh rupees. So this guy was so afraid, and he immediately got 1 lakh and paid him and get that ritual done in that dargah. And after that ritual done, the fear was not gone. The fear was still there. And that guy was telling, okay, now I did that ritual. Now you don't need to worry. You can enjoy your marriage. Nothing is going to happen to you. But he's unable to let go that fear. That guy said, no, I'm only telling you, no. Now you can go. Nothing will happen. You can enjoy marriage. But the fear is not going. So when he came to me, he told that story and this thing. So I removed that fear. In just one session, that fear was gone and he enjoyed that marriage. Subconsciously and consciously, what is the first, I cleared consciously what is the confusion that is making him think that there is inadequacy in him, and subconsciously what is the root cause that is affecting him. The root cause was that fear that entered in him. Already he was having anxiety for marriage. Before also he was having anxiety. And now once that guy in that dargah told him that you are going to have this erectile dysfunction, that fear became real for him. It was like paralyzing for him, and he was unable to, that marriage itself was so traumatic incident for him. So I removed that trauma to the present situation, and he was able to immediately go and enjoy his marriage. So that silly mistakes when we do, these things are going to affect us. So never before marriage, if you are having any fears, don't just, if you want to go, but don't just blindly believe them. Because of that, you are going to face lot of problems. Some fears even it will continue. Once the fear starts, sometimes it will continue. Even after marriage, it is going to continue months and years also. So it is better not to blindly believe if someone says that some things are going to happen to you. Will be in a vulnerable state where we understand that okay, this will be vulnerable state where whoever tells anything, we start believing that. And another thing is, you have to maintain good relations with your fiance's family members and friends. Why? Because of your anxiety, if you are unable to properly maintain good relations with them, then what is going to happen is in future, from the beginning of the relationship only, it is like troublesome, then more problems will arise. And because of that, it will be very difficult for you to maintain relationship there. So these are the things you need to keep in mind to deal with marriage anxiety. So you can just, if you are having anxiety, depression, and unable to come out of it before marriage, don't wait till you get married and they complaining, this thing happening, that thing happening. And even at that time, after marriage, if you come out of anxiety or depression, again, the situation won't become easy. It is beforehand only you go to a professional and come out of that anxiety and depression. You can do it online. That will be sufficient. If it is a good therapy, in 1 session or 2 sessions, it will be over. And don't go for a therapy that takes long time. Okay, let us take 1 session, 2 sessions, 3 sessions, 4 sessions, 5 sessions. It will be continuing like months. Means don't take that therapy. Focus on a therapy. In 1 or 2 sessions, it will be over. So most of my clients, in 2 sessions, it will be over, no matter how much big the situation is there. And the change should be permanent. Again, the issue should not be coming back. And make sure that the therapist is giving you that conscious also clearance. See, the issue should be cleared consciously and subconsciously. once the issue is cleared consciously and subconsciously, if the therapist is only focusing on conscious or only focusing on subconscious, then again it will repeat, this time with even more intensity. When it comes with even more intensity, then that therapy won't be working, and you should be trying other therapy or again going for medication. All these complications comes. So it is better, it's good before only, the earlier you start, before only anticipate the problem and go for the therapy and come out of it, and choose a good therapist to come out of it. And some people, for them, just before marriage, they just want to go for therapy. That will be also already, you will be normal people only will be having anxiety before marriage, anxiety, and that further amplifies, and it will become even difficult for you to come out of that one. So before, when you are thinking about it, before itself, once you may let go these psychological problems before only for marriage, then it will be good. Why? Because marriage itself is a very, especially Indian marriage, it is very complicated. Where not only you, other people will be also involved in it. Everyone will be thinking, forcing you, all these pressures to maintain yourself, all these pressures will be there. Because of that, your anxiety further increases, and you won't be able to communicate with people properly, and not maintain relationships. All these things will happen. And initially only if you are facing such problems, and to maintain again the good relation will become difficult. So it is very important for you to come out of anxiety or depression before entering into relationship or marriage. And another thing is, don't start believing in some superstitious things that will make this problem even more worse. And don't take medication. If you have not started taking medication just before marriage, don't take medication. Because of medication, what happens is that you'll be feeling dull. Doesn't mean that the issue is gone. Okay, you'll be thinking that I am calm. But not only these fear thoughts, but other thoughts will also not come. Because of that, people will think that, okay, this person is not responsive, something is wrong with this person. And it could lead to even more serious problems, where they will think that there is something psychologically wrong with you because of that. So beforehand only, try to come out of this one by taking care of your health, by regularly exercising, and avoid seeing some situations where that makes you panic. Like there are a lot of videos in social media where before just getting married, they fight and they get separated and all these things. Once you start observing them, slowly those fears subconsciously enter in your mind. Consciously, nothing is going to happen, but you will be feeling that pressure. Because of that pressure, you will be getting fear. So these are the things you need to keep in your mind to deal with marriage. So come out of anxiety as quickly as possible, and better to go. Even sometimes some people won't be able to do that. For them, okay, after getting married also you can do that. It is better before marriage only if you come out of anxiety and depression. So subscribe and like to come out of anxiety and depression as quickly as possible.